guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video guys, we repot philodendron plants. Look at this one guys. And I have succulent plants. But before we repot, I make a DIY potting mix for the indoor plants. So first thing we do is you must wear gloves. So you must have a pot and then a soil. I use perlites for indoor plants guys. That one. So 1/4 of perlite. Yep. 1/4 of perlite and so guys, mix a perlite and then and 1/4 of compost soil. We use this one. Seed and cutting mix. This one guys. Seed and cutting mix. Really black. Just mix this one.
Stuck with my one.
And then
Stop with my leg. Stop with my.
just mix guys the perlite and then the seed and cutting mix, or you can use this kind of other soil, the garden soil, but most of the time I use the cutting mix. Just look at the soil guys, it's really nice. Okay. Then, after we prepare the soil, we'll cut the plants. Yep, this one is the plants. We need to cut by 2. Oh, they are, actually there are 3 plants. This one is the mother plants, and this one is the baby plants. So we need to cut you need to cut the baby plants from mother plants and make sure there's a root. Easy to cut guys, and make sure there's roots like this. Did you see the root? Yeah. And then after that one, you plant this. Make sure the cutter is clean. And then you water these plants, because I make the soil I use a perlite, guys, to drain the soil, because during rainy season the soil is wet, too wet, and you cannot control the wet of the soil if you don't have a drainage soil. So make sure you have perlite. That's the use of perlite, to drain the water from the soil, so that it will not wet during rainy season. Okay, because there are two babies from the mother. Look at this one, guys. It's two baby. Look. Look at the baby from the mother plants, and make sure it has a root. If you cut this one, make sure it has a root. And then the scissor that you use, make sure it's clean or sterilized. Don't just cut the plants, guys. Actually, philodendron is easy to grow. Like with other plants, no, it's hard to grow. Especially Calafea plants. So don't forget the soil, guys. This perlite. I use the seed and cutting soil, or you can use this kind of soil. This kind of soil, garden soil, but most of the time I use the cutting and seed potting mix. And don't forget to water this one after you plant. And if there's a long roots of the plant, don't worry to cut it, or don't afraid to cut it, because the roots keep growing and growing even you cut it. I like to plant this kind of indoor plants because it's easy to grow, and then I like their the leaves, the lush of their leaves, and then it's nice inside in the house. And then less maintenance, especially during winter. You don't need to water every day, unlike the Unlike the flowering plants, guys, you need to water every day. So don't forget. We're done for this. Seed and cutting. And then, cause I cut this kind of soil, and then these plants, and then use a perlite to drain. Because during rainy season, it's will drain the water and it's not really wet. So, because if the roots wet, the root become rotten. It must be moisture only, not rotten or not wet, very wet. So that's it, guys, and you need to water this one. Yeah, this water. Another tips for these plants, guys, is the sunlight. They don't like direct sunlight. Don't expose them to sunlight. Just put in the indirect sunlight, like if there's a shade or a big tree, you can put them. And then water depend on the season. If it's dry, so you can water them twice a week. But if it's winter, just once a week, or sometimes every fortnight. And then the soil, make sure there's a drainage, because they don't like wet. They just like moist soil. Then you cut the dry leaves, and then you clean the leaves. And then they become nice plants. And you can put this one inside in your house because it's give a fresh air. And then you put in direct sunlight, or else these leaves become yellow or brown, become burn. You don't like direct sunlight. But there's a philodendron kind of plants that it's okay to put in direct sunlight, but this kind of philodendron they don't like. So I hope you learn from this video, guys. See you in my next vlog. Bye bye.